turn and to help him lift the Lao Hmong as a people. Little did General Vang realize that these young Hmong like Dr. Vang would form the scaffold upon which the General's dream and the aspirations of many Hmong internationally will be built upon. Tonight, we are here to celebrate and to honor the work that Dr. Tony has done for the American Hmong community. His efforts have helped to make the Hmong a vibrant and vital part of our American community. Dr. Vang's service these last 40 years have changed the lives of countless numbers of people. Here tonight, on behalf of those people whose lives his work has touched, we will have some of their representatives come forward to share their words. But first, we have some friends and distinguished guests here whom I would like Mr. Ricky Vang to come and introduce to us, please.
Thank you, Tufong. Good evening, friends and guests. Thank you very much for coming tonight. If I can recall correctly, for the last several events that I show up on Hmong time, somehow I got selected to be the chair of events, so I guess next time I'll be on time, so I won't get to be selected to be a chairman of the events. Ricky Vang, I'm the chairman to help the community organize this event for tonight, and I'd like to welcome everyone to tonight's event. As our MC already shared a little bit about our honoree tonight, or our guest, special guest tonight, other people will speak more of him or about him. So, but I just want to acknowledge, first of all, that an event like this, or tonight's event, will not be accomplished by one person alone. Therefore, I want to acknowledge the community organizations that put this together, and community members. So, let's recognize Lou Yang and his staff from Center for New Americans, and Lou is over here. These are the organizations that put this together. I just happened to be at the meeting, and they said, okay, you help us run this. So, Pao Feng and his staff from Lao Family Inc. of Fresno, Charlie Vang and his staff from Hmong International New Year Inc. Charlie and Hmong International New Year. We can't forget the staff who worked really hard with us from Councilman Longshang's office. I know there are several of you, I don't know all the names, but colleagues and friends from various educational institutions. I've also sit on the planning committee for this event. If you're out there, please stand. Let's give them a hand anyway. I think some of us are still in French. Welcome your guests. Vang and his young heroes for the national anthem and the presentation of the color guards. Vang, thank you very much, Vang. We will have some beautiful dancers we'll present later, so I just want to say thank you, the Hmong dancers. Christopher Vang and Beatrice Hazelton also sat in the committee. They are family members of Dr. Tony Vang. And of course, we can't forget Sunny, the director of this place. Sunny, where are you, Sunny? Thank you very much for helping us with tonight's event. And last but not least, Mr. Israel Lara. If he's here tonight, or if he showed up, Israel, thank you very much for your support always. I may miss some of the guests, and some of the distinguished guests are not here yet, but I'm going to announce their name anyway because they've confirmed that they'll be here, so I think they're running on long time. So let me announce it anyway, so we will recognize them. We call these our leaders or elected officials in our community or within the San Joaquin Valley. But let me be honest, in a Hmong way, if you're a leader, you're not the leader, you're the lead servant. Okay? And that's what I think. That's what I was taught. if you're the leader in the community, you're the lead servant because you serve all the people in this community. So we want to recognize these folks. We have a confirmation that a member from Congressman Jim Costa, who's going to be here tonight. I don't know if they're here. Okay. I just got a note that Mayor Ashley Swearingen was going to be here, but I think she got tied up, so she might not be able to make it tonight. Do we have Judge Ishii here? Okay. How about let's recognize a couple of our leaders in this community, Councilman Longshong. Councilman Sal Quintero. Our FESD Superintendent Michael Hansen. Our school board is Valerie Davis here. Not here. How about Cal Johnson? Not yet. I know a couple people are here. Carol Mills. Janet Ryan. Do we have Luis Chavez here? Okay, Chris De La Cerda. Not yet. Okay. If you guys seen them, let me know. We want to also acknowledge one of our very own people who's been running through these offices as well. Mayor Pro Tem from Merced, Naupulo. I want to acknowledge everybody, but we won't have all night because we're already running on a long time. So I'm going to stop here for now. Maybe if you know people later, I will acknowledge them later, or if time permits. But just want to thank you very much for being here tonight and support our Dr. Vang. Let's just enjoy tonight again. Thank you.
Denise.
We have a nice agenda that was created by so many wonderful people that work so hard, but sometimes the agenda gets changed just a little bit. And so I've asked Councilmember Darrell to be up here too, but I also want to ask one of our other electeds from our set to be up here too. I think it's important for both of us to be up here. I know I'd like to get you up here. We just had a 15-hour marathon yesterday, so I'll try to keep this short. This is my part. 要有一种还是肯定才会冲到没有过就被都车被就过去过你一样的被被进来过你要被都地车呢被都装被手段被很主要过你也要被特度第四年考复呢被都装就被叫我刚然后那个过 state national 到赛会is the trustee young local school district. 我中到了一块的，一样的还是给特别是特别配合中研究导养，来比较呢，这比较是要来去模仿那些我上个比较呢，这些有去模仿有多出我在我给了去年我Fresno要给我申请过来嘛，还有一度。包括咖啡手段，后来他上海去做包的，我会知道，可以包同类的被，我也上海的对对，我也会对那个，因为我的去，我去到了，不上的也不知道他那个，让他上一个主要是还，你包括因为是等到，所以我知道就包括是在我看到那种，实际上一般上那被手段我知道。到离开也刚才了，上个经过，希望是帮助在小笔记，该要被就将来就被要被那被自己看，那是要去做被要被就被做工作，就要赛道和被距离，和被安稳点了就直接就开始被做来做的，我从到来从忙了也高，忙被高很高。Just quickly, it's a little bit different. I won't do the long translation. I want to thank our mayor. She has been caught up in something, so Sal and I will be doing something on behalf of the city of Fresno, but also Congressman Costa has committed as well. But as you know, currently in Washington, they have this physical cliff that they've had to try and decide, and that's why he has not been able to be here. But to just some of the few electeds that are here to provide you with certificates of recognition for the many years of service that you have provided not only to the Hmong community, the Southeast Asian community, but also the community we call home here as your leadership and guidance in terms of moving our community forward. And tonight is very important for us that we as a community come together to give honor and to recognize your 40 years of service to us and to our entire community. And that's why you have so many friends that are here to make sure that as you leave, you're not really retired. I've seen too many retired people out there say that they are retired, but they actually do more in their retirement. But it's also hard that when you're one of the first, you're one of the trailblazers, that it's going to be very difficult for people to leave you alone. And I think you already know that as well. And so we obviously are here to honor and recognize you, but also to say that your service, we believe, will continue. And we will continue to call upon you, not only as a friend, as a mentor, but also as a figure for not only our community here in the city of Fresno, but I think throughout the state and country as well. So congratulations, and I appreciate all the things that you have done and been a guiding force for us. For those of us that are this generation that have grown up in this country, to see your leadership, to see the path that you have laid for us under the guidance of the late general. And so we're encouraged that as you achieve your dream, that we have the same potential as well. So thank you very much. I'm going to leave this over to Sal Quintero for the proclamation, and then our Mayor Pro Tem Merced have a few words as well.
Thank you. I'm very honored to be here to celebrate Dr. Tony's 40 years of public service. This is extraordinary. Dr. Tony, you are a great leader and you are a great role model. And I look after you all the time. When you first ran, I thought, well, I wish I had the opportunity to do the same, and I did for twice, and because of you. 被叫丁人转要被我说被是的荣幸，那个我们发到叫都多才多从说都老都到人到都要做客户呢，要做对象干到天里对象养到天，然后容易在要你慢慢不荣幸也到多celebrate our retirement 要做 education 和 city school， 可是嘛这里叫了个我哋望下。sau được tròn bên sửa được chuyện theo bên cho các trường bên các trường hạt tiền bị thay là bên chuyện lúc sau không là những trường phụ cao là tròn theo giờ cái các tiền bị thay là bên phụ cao là các sau là sản lý trả và hoàn tiền coi như bên ý tưởng đưa đồ mò đồ hạt tiền bên cho thì họ nói bên bị trả theo chỗ trường nên đầu đi theo nên là trong xe hạt tiền có ngôn ngữ hàng năm cho một cái học của bên lầu một cái và cho cái kỹ năng trải nhau của mình sẽ là rất là cố gắng xuyên để có ba tổ cho cung sai của các học viên tại những tổ chức truyền thống rồi hàng những người về sự đầu tư tập trung.
Good evening, Dr. Tony. How are you? Overwhelmed. Okay, well, I'm only going to give you the English version of my speech. But I will say, and Merry Christmas. You know, I want to share with you a short story before I present this proclamation to Dr. Tony. And I had first heard of Dr. Tony in the early 1980s at different events. I heard about this gentleman that was doing a lot of good things and with the different organizations in the community and working very, very hard on behalf of the Hmong community. So I met him a little bit. Then about 1984, I was fortunate enough to get on the board, the executive board of United Way. And in those days, the United Way offices were located at Ashland and Blackstone. There's a big parking lot there. So one day we had a meeting, and I'm running a little bit late, so I'm in a hurry. But then from across the parking lot, I hear this car going, real fast. And I said, who is that? This guy jumps out of the car, he's wearing a big built cowboy belt buckle and cowboy boots, and he gets out. I said, who is this cowboy? He said, I'm Tony Vang. And in those days, he had a white Camaro, big engine, took a lot of gas, and that's how I met Dr. Tony. So he's led a pretty very life, and we've been friends ever since. And I want to thank you for that introduction, but also for your friendship. Dr. Tony, you know, with this being Christmas, I just want you to know that you have given our community, not just the Hmong community, but the entire Fresno community and beyond, one of the greatest gifts, and that's your gift of friendship to us. Your friendship, your knowledge, your counseling, and we truly, truly appreciate those gifts. And tonight, I think we should raise a toast to Dr. Tony and thank him for the years of service. To you, Dr. Tony. And unfortunately, the mayor was unable to be with us this evening as Council Member Jung stated, so I was blessed to take the place. And this is Dr. Tony, the City of Fresno. On behalf of the City of Fresno, a proclamation from the mayor and the City Council, and I'm going to read this to you. It's going to take about 45 minutes, okay? This says, whereas Dr. Tony Vang has served his community diligently for almost 40 years in various capacities, creating a legacy of activism and helping people in different walks of life. And whereas Dr. Tony Vang has led many community-based organizations and programs, such as being a founding member and Executive Director of the Fresno Center for New Americans and the Lao Family Community of Fresno Incorporated, and whereas Dr. Tony Vang recently retired, having served many years as a trustee for Fresno Unified School District and continues to be an Associate Professor of Education at California State University, Fresno, and whereas Dr. Tony Vang has served the public passionately, which is reflected in the volume of work that he has done in the Fresno community. He is respected and thanked by his peers for the contributions he has made. Now therefore we have resolved that we, the Mayor and the Fresno City Council of the City of Fresno, do hereby proclaim today, December 21st, to be Dr. Tony Vang Day in the City of Fresno. Congratulations to you, Dr. Vang. And I want to thank Councilmember Vang for writing my speech.
Thank you. Good evening, Thank you all for being here tonight to celebrate and honor Dr. Tony Vang. Dr. Tony, you are, before I introduce our guests, I just want to take this opportunity to personally thank you for the impact that you have had on my life, noticing a 7-year-old little girl and inspiring something deep in me to become the person that I am standing in front of you today. And not just with me, but if you look around in this room, you've made a tremendous impact in the lives of everyone sitting in here. So we are deeply honored and appreciate the work that you have given to our community. It's an honor for me to introduce our next speaker. I have the privilege of working under his leadership, and I have to say, every time I'm in the room with him, my leadership capacity grows. He's a visionary leader that is changing the lives of our children, our community, and our city. And welcome to Superintendent Michael Hansen, our Superintendent of Fresno Unified School District.
Good evening. So there were many nice things said about Misty and the reasons for her rising to her current position. I also like to think it's because the superintendent can identify talent. But I will say about it, by way of kicking off, just a couple of comments about Dr. Vang. And start with Misty. Misty is our assistant superintendent and supervises about 20 of our schools. Thousands and thousands of students daily she's responsible for. Primarily because she's good at what she does, but she's always striving to get better. And I saw that repeatedly when I visited her campus at Burroughs. I would say one thing to her or ask her a question, and the next time I came back, things were different. That doesn't happen all the time. A lot of folks will wait to be asked or told a second, third, and fourth time. With Misty, ask one question, she'll go find the answer, give one suggestion, she moves to implement, and she always got better and those around her got better. And that was something that I found Dr. Vang would zero in on as well as one of my bosses. He would celebrate those that could do the work and do the work well. It would have been very easy for him in his position to not be performance-based. A lot of people would look to Dr. Vang in his leadership position and hope that he would help them in some way, shape, or form. And he always made sure it was about their ability to help kids first, which is a huge, huge indicator, I think, of his character and how he goes about doing his job. So I was proud to be hired. This is year 7.5 now for me. And I'm proud to say, as the superintendent of our school district, that our district now is safer. Our employees across the district feel more connected to our school district. Our most rigorous classes, the advanced placement classes, we've doubled our enrollment and kids do better in them. We have a budget that has almost a 10% reserve, and we have not had to lay people off. That's had a huge impact for us. We're in the process now of doubling preschool enrollment in our community. As you drive around the city, you see buildings coming out of the ground on high school campuses at Hoover and Bullard, Fresno, Edison, Roosevelt, McLean is next. Graduation rates are up. There's this beautiful new elementary school called Vang Elementary. But for all of us in the room that night, when the board took action to name it Vang Elementary, it was probably one of the most emotional public meetings I've ever been a part of, and probably ever will be. But all of those things happened in the last 7.5 years because of board leadership in our community. Dr. Tony Vang being a central part of that board that continued to press for better results for our students and our city. Dr. Vang worked very closely with Trustee Davis and Trustee Mills and Trustee Ryan, Trustee Johnson, and others to continue to try to find a way to make our schools better, even though in that same period of time, we've cut $130 million out of the budget. So think about that. All the results are getting better while the resources were dropping like a rock. That goes to some of the lessons Dr. Vang would teach me quietly and off to the side. He's been a boss to me. Tony's been a friend to me. Folks have said in public, in our board meetings frequently, some critics will stand up and say, the board is a rubber stamp for the superintendent. Hardly, if you know our board members. But Tony in particular, if he had something to say, it was always outside the public eye, one-on-one, and it always started something like this. If he didn't like the idea or the recommendation I might be making, Mike, I don't know. That's where he started, all the time, Mike, I don't know. And that was a big flag for me, Mike. Sometimes it'd be, Mike, how are you? Mike, how's the family? But if it went, Mike, I don't know. I immediately sat down and started to take notes because it means I was going to have to do something with the recommendation. I don't know. And then I'd let him talk, and ultimately he would come around to what was bothering him about my recommendation. And every time we made the recommendation better, and every time it had something to do with students or families in our community, that we're going to get more from our recommendation because the recommendation was made better. He didn't have to do it out in public, but it was, I think, even more powerful. Mike, I don't know. That could be over coffee. It could be at Murray Calendar's over pie. He sometimes would get all the way through a meeting before he would do it. He always let me buy him lunch before he said that to me. But he also taught me a couple of other things I think that are worth mentioning. I mentioned them before in public. But three words come to mind: purity. These are things he learned from the general. Purity is important and will always win over the impurities in the world. Collaboration and working together matters a lot. When we look around our city and our nation, it has to be that we do things together. And finally, Dr. Vang would talk to me frequently about patience. The patience necessary to move, to get big things done for a big group of people, 73,000 students and 10,000 employees. In my office, there is something Dr. Vang gave me this past summer, a little wooden elephant. And most people come in, there's pictures of my family all over the place, and there's a wooden elephant up on the bookshelf, and they don't really ask about it. They kind of look at it and think, whatever. Every time I walk in and see the elephant, I'm reminded of Dr. Vang and what Dr. Vang would say. Because when he gave it to me, I looked at it and said, the elephant keeps moving.